So, once upon a time, this was a real battery. That was it. This is all there was. If you had an Anton Bauer, or maybe you had an NP1, and that was it. Of course, now we come to today. And what's a battery? Well, it's one of these little all different batteries. Even if they put the same voltage out, they all mount differently. Everything's just a little bit different from the other one. So, of course, nobody's compatible. And this, of course, made my life miserable. And, of course, the only thing worse than all these batteries, all the chargers. You know, I have a whole case filled with goofy chargers, and, you know, forget one. If you got things mismatched, life may not be so good for you that day. So, I found a solution, at least for the charging part. This is the Watson 2-position battery charger. It has 2 plates on it. It has a full-time backlit LCD display that's always on. What an incredibly great, handy feature. No more blinking lights, no more lights that on one brand of charger goes from red while charging to green saying you're good, to another brand that's exactly the opposite. I mean, what are they thinking here? Instead, the nonsense is gone. You just have a real display, just like a high-end battery charger. It gives you all the information you really need to know about how well your battery is charging or if it's already ready. In fact, these guys are so smart, you can put a battery on the charger when it's not even connected to power and hit the test button and see how much power is remaining in your battery. I mean, this was brilliance. And I rarely use that word, but this is brilliant. I don't have to worry about power to check a battery. And this is great with some third-party batteries because even though they might have a power meter on the back, half the time I find they always indicate it's got full power even when the thing's pretty much dead. So the Watson charger has 2 plates on top, but the really cool thing is these plates are interchangeable and they're cheap. That means that you can get a couple of different plates to accommodate all the different batteries you have, but yet still use one charger. Or in this case, I do dearly wish they had made a 4 or even an 8-position charger. I mean, an 8-position charger would be amazing because you could just load it up at the end of the night, go to sleep, and not worry. Instead, you're going to have to buy a couple of these, but in the end, it could really simplify your life because even if you change cameras and you don't need a particular battery style anymore, just change the plate. They're only a couple dollars a piece. They're very reasonable. So who could argue with something that's actually reasonable? Charging times with this charger are pretty quick. I find maybe the last 5% takes a while, but that's to be expected as the charger very gently and slowly tops the battery off. And still, once the battery's up to 95%, you're good to go anyway. So I'm not too worried that it takes a while for that last 5% to happen. The charger can also charge USB devices like your phone or your GoPro. It's got a 5-volt USB connector on the side. So something I really like about this unit, it plugs directly into the wall with a universal power supply. There's no wall wart, just plug it in and go. You can use whatever adapter you've got. In fact, it also has just a regular 12-volt power connection too, so you can charge in a vehicle or, for example, if you had a couple of big car batteries, you could charge off the car batteries. The Watson 2-position charger is a very well thought out device. I really love it, and I've got one now and I'm probably going to pick up another one just so I have enough charging spots for all the batteries that I typically run through in a normal day. It's really great to see a well thought out, affordable product that does a great job.